Hi everyone, today's lesson will be regarding arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, and geometric series, infinite geometric series. So, couple of the materials will be reviewed from last lessons. So this will be review. The sequences below are either arithmetic sequences or geometric sequences. For each sequence, determine whether it is arithmetic or geometric, and write the formula for the nth term, a sub n, of that sequence. So, I am expecting you to memorize all these formulas related with arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, explicit rule here, recursive rule here. That's a summation. So we call that as an arithmetic sequence summation, or arithmetic series. That's a geometric sequence summation. Summation, we call that a series. So it's a geometric series. These are the geometric series formula. That's a geometric series formula with the finite when there is end to the sequence. When there's no end, infinitely many terms, then we will have to use infinite geometric series formula. So for this sequences here, we have to choose, is it arithmetic or geometric? So arithmetic is adding a constant to get next element. Geometric is multiplying constant to get the next element. So I will check, is this arithmetic? So 15 minus 9, I'm adding 6. 21 minus 15, I'm adding 6. Yes, it is arithmetic. Once you know it is arithmetic, nth term formula, you have to use explicit form, which is this. So D is a common difference here. So D is equal to 6 here. A sub 1 means the first term, which is 9. So you get to use the formula A sub n equal to A sub 1 plus difference parenthesis n minus 1. So a sub n equal to a sub 1 is 9, difference was 6, parenthesis n minus 1. Many times you will have to simplify, so distribute 6, combine like term, that will be what? A sub n equal to 6n plus 3, that's the answer you need to write here, 6n plus 3. That is done. Next question. 6, 12, 24. So first, if you check the, you might be able to already say, okay, that's multiplying by 2, it's a geometry. So it's a multiplying by 2. How do we know that? 12 divided by 6 is 2. 24 divided by 12 is 2. So you know it's a geometric sequence. So once you know, it is a geometric sequence, you have to use explicit form for geometric sequence, which is this formula. So a sub n equal to a sub 1 parenthesis r to the n minus 1 power. R is 2. First element is 6. So a sub n equal to first element is 6, parenthesis 2 times n minus 1 power is going to be your answer. 6 times parenthesis 2 to the n minus 1 power. Try this by yourself. Pause it. You should have gotten this as your answer. Okay, next question. Write a recursive formula for each sequence. So they didn't say what kind of sequence. So it can be arithmetic, it can be geometric. So let's look at this 10, 7, 4, 1. So you should know, we are subtracting 3. We are subtracting 3, subtracting 3, subtracting 3. So what do we know about this? This is arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence. Then you get to use a formula for arithmetic sequence, recursive rule, which is this. A sub 1 is what? A sub 1 is the first element, which is 10. Write down 10. A sub n equal to a sub n minus 1 plus d. What does that mean? Nth term is n minus first term, which is right previous term to nth term. You add d. So any term is previous term plus d. So a sub n equal to a sub n minus 1 term plus d. D was minus 3. So you write minus 3. That's how you have to write here. Okay, let's look at the next question. 5, 20, 80, 320. If you think it could be arithmetic, you can do subtraction. 20 minus 5, which is 15. 80 minus 20, which is 60. Busted. It's not arithmetic. Then you get to think, maybe it's geometric. Yes, 20 divided by 5, which is 4, meaning you are multiplying by 4. 80 divided by 20 is a 4, which means multiplying by 4 again. 320 divided by 80, which will be multiplied by 4 again. It is a geometric sequence. So once you recognize it is a geometric sequence, you get to use recursive rule for geometric sequence. A sub 1 equal to the first term, which is 5. A sub n equal to r times a sub n minus 1. Nth term is 1 term previous multiplied by r. So a sub n equal to r is 4 times a sub n minus 1 will be the answer for here. Okay, now you try this question. Pause it, try it. You should have gotten these as the answers. Okay, next question I want to explain is complete each sum below. If applicable, write your answer as a fraction. So 3 plus 3 parenthesis 1/4 plus this plus dot 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 plus this. First, you need to recognize are these numbers arithmetic sequence or geometric sequence? So from first number to second number, did they add something? Second number to third number, did they add something? Then that's arithmetic sequence. Did they multiply by something? Then it's a geometric sequence. So if you look at it, that's a 3. This is 3 times 1/4. So you know, we multiply by 1/4 here to get this. If you look at the third term, it's a 1/4 to the second power, meaning we multiply by 1/4 twice. So 3 times 1/4 once. If you multiply 1/4 one more time, that will be this. So you should know, this is a geometric sequence. So again, if you look at the formula paper, geometric sequence has a sum formula. This one and this one. When do we use this? When do we use this? We use this if it's an infinite geometric sequence. As you can see, it stops right here. It's not infinite. It stops right here. So you get to use this formula. Okay? One thing you want to be careful is value of n. So this is the first term. This term is the first term. This term is the second term. This term is the third term. Look at the power of 1/4 here. second power, third term. No power, meaning first term is just second term. The last one is a fifth power. What term is that gonna be? This should be sixth term. You remember the power is 1 less than the n value. Power is 1 less than the value. So the last term is going to be sixth term. What does that have to do with anything? N value equal to 6. Because you do need n value here when you try to apply this formula. So basically, you are using this formula here. S of n is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n power all over 1 minus r. You type that into the, you have to plug it in the values. So n is 6. So your formula becomes s of 6 equal to a sub 1 is the first term. If you look at first term is 3. Parenthesis 1 minus r. So you get to see what are we multiplying here to get the next element. We are multiplying by 1/4. What are we multiplying here? We are multiplying by 1/4. That is the value of r. So you got 1/4. Make sure you parenthesize that. Power of n is 6. You power of 6 here. Close parenthesis. All over 1 minus r. R is again 1/4. Okay, that is the formula for summation geometric series, and all you have to do is just plug it into the calculator. Depending on which calculator you use, make sure you type in correctly. So for my calculator, when I type it in, I will need to one more parenthesis on the bottom. Also, I need another parenthesis on the numerator, because it has to be numerator divided by denominator. You don't put the parenthesis like this, you will get wrong answer. So make sure there are 1, 2, 3 parentheses right there. When you close it, 1, 2, 3, you're closing 3 parentheses. Be very careful how you type that thing in. So here is my calculator, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to open up parentheses 3, all the parentheses, 1 minus parentheses 1/4, power of 6, close, divide by 1 minus 1/4, close it. That should do it. Okay, using my calculator, this is how I type. Be very careful how I typed it here. You just type this as it is. Okay? Be very careful with the parentheses. Your final answer I got here is what? 4095 over 1024 is going to be your final answer. You don't want decimal here. I mean, if numbers are so, messy, your calculator cannot handle fraction, then it will probably give you decimal. But if that's not the case, if you can get fraction, you have to get a fraction. For this, if you give me decimal answer for this, from my point of view, I cannot give you full credit. If you show me this equation, if you show me this work, I will have to give you partial credit because that's how you set up. But getting the decimal value is not accurate. You have to get fraction action in. So next question is using sigma. So definition of sigma is you plug it in k value as 1. Here, plug it in 1. So minus 31 power. After 1, it's a 2. Plug it in 2. Minus 1 to the second power. Next value is 3. You plug it in 3. Minus to the power. Next number is 4. Plug it in 4. 5, 6. When do we stop? Right here. The terminating index is 7. So you will have all those numbers, plug it in, all the way to 1 through 7. Then what do? You're adding it all. Adding it all. You have some number between. That's what it means by sigma here. Sigma of that means plug it in k value 1, 2, all the way to 7, then add them all. So just another way of presenting series. So this one is expressed this way. Then this question is exactly the same as what we did over there. So you might think, is this geometric or arithmetic? Well, if you look at it, this is a minus 3. And we are multiplying minus 3 twice here. We are multiplying minus 3 times. So definitely here to here, we multiply by minus 3. We are multiplying by minus 3 over and over. This is a geometric sequence. It is a geometric sequence. It's a summation and first term, second term, third term, all the way to 7th term. So do you see this index is a little different than previous question. Previous question was not lining it up perfectly with the power. So be careful. It's just from the problem to problem. This problem, if you look at it, that is a first term. This is a second term. This is a third term. So the power of minus 3 is lining it up perfectly with value of n. Meaning this should be 7th term. What does that mean? Value of n equal to 7. And we know it's a geometric sequence. We got the value of r here. That's the value of r. A sub 1 is the first term. A sub 1 is minus 3 to the first power, which is minus 3. We are ready. All you have to do is apply this formula. So S of n equal to A sub 1 parenthesis 1 minus r to the n power all over 1 minus r. So n value is 7 again. So S of 7 equal to A sub 1, first term is minus 3, 1 minus r, r is minus 3. Make sure you put parentheses around the r. Power of n, which is 7th power again, all over 1 minus. Here r is minus 3, so you do want to put parentheses here. Double minus. All you have to do is put that into the calculator. Okay, do you remember? Depending on your calculator, if you have TI Inspire or some newer version of the calculator, you might be able to do a fraction form from the start and just type it in. That would be a nice feature to have. My calculator doesn't have it, so make sure you put parentheses on the whole numerator. Also, you will need another parenthesis on whole denominator. Then type in. So I'm gonna try to type into the my calculator here. I'm gonna open up the parenthesis minus 3 parenthesis 1 minus parenthesis minus 3 power of 7 close close divided by parenthesis 1 minus parenthesis minus 3 close close. That should do it. Yeah. So if you look at my calculator entry, that should be so I got what? Minus 1641 as a final answer. Let me see, 57 minus 1647 minus 1641. Okay, so that's all. I have one more question I want to try again for series. So you want to watch my second part of this video. Okay? Thank you guys.